The following is a production of DallasCowboys.com and the Dallas Cowboys Football Club.
How about them Cowboys?
Yeah! Go Cowboys! This is the Players Lounge, broadcasting live from Dallas Cowboys World Headquarters at the Star. Now, your hosts, Barry Church, Hek'ma Harrison, and Newy Scruggs.
It is time for the Players Lounge right here on DallasCowboys.com. We are at the SWBC podcast studio at the world headquarters of the Dallas Cowboys. Hek'ma Harrison is here. Barry Church, former Cowboys safety, is here. I am Newy Scruggs, and we have football conversations to chat about, talk about with you right now. The Cowboys are going on Monday night against the Cincinnati Bengals and Joe Burrow.
Joe Beasy.
Yeah. My man.
I asked head coach Mike McCarthy about him yesterday. So, Mike, a lot of praise for Joe B.
He had no choice.
Joe B, Super Bowl quarterback.
He is.
Joe Burrow.
Man, Joe Burrow.
Yes. So he talked about a play he made the way he threw and got a 32-yard gain. So he's been studying film up there. And one of the more impressive first-round overall picks that we've seen here in the NFL, my opinion.
I'm sorry, man. That's a icy little top.
You see him? You see him?
Is that terry cloth? What is that?
That the thread count
what
is
is that
crazy
joint?
on that.
Well, I'm sorry.
For those who can't see right now, Newy got the quarter zip on.
Is that a quarter zip?
That's a quarter zip.
That
but
thing
the
fresh.
thread count is
That thing fresh. I mean,
that's icy. Nike on the side. Man, got the TCU gleaming right there. Big 12.
Yo, the 12
Big
ones.
12.
That thing clean. I'm sorry.
It is.
Man, I'm sorry. What were you talking about?
Distracted. I was just like, damn.
My man, thank you, Mike Sinkfield. My boy Mike over there.
Somebody take care of you.
Quarter zips.
I made the phone call.
That looks good on the golf course, man. Just saying.
Man.
I'm just saying.
If I run in the sink, I'll ask him.
Yeah, just let him know, you know.
Oh, he gave me a bag. I got a bag. Got a bag of
Extra
swag.
large for me. I just thought that thing.
Okay, so I'll see what I could. I'm actually heading over there tomorrow.
Hey, there it is. See?
It is signing day at TCU tomorrow, and then they've got they're going to let us talk to the women's basketball coach over there.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
those are things.
Yeah. So
Haley Van Lith over there.
So they're a top 10 team now. Sunday at 6 o'clock. National champion South Carolina running in there. Don Staley.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. So I'll be there since there's no Cowboy game on Sunday.
Yeah.
So I want to go watch. Don Staley coming to town. I'm coming to go watch.
Yeah.
Does a lot of her players go though today, or they just recycle like
Bruh,
they just recycle, man.
She like UConn South. You want something? I mean, you talk about selecting. She's select. She
get the top. She get the top.
Yeah,
I mean, pick of the litter.
Would you like to come here? I mean, it's drastically different than the South Carolina teams I covered back in the day.
Well, you talking about going to the league, going to the WNBA?
Like I thought a lot of her big time players from last year.
Oh no,
they gone,
but it don't even matter
because they recycle like that. That's why
it don't even matter. They got another one. They got another one and another one.
It's like UConn. We select. We're not reading recruit. We select. Oh, you're what top 10? No, not yet. Thank you. We looking for top 5 in certain positions. So yes. I mean, she's not good, man.
Yeah, she's decent.
That watching her, the Final Four was the Final Four 2 years ago. It was the first Final Four that Caitlin Clark was in. It was a great Final Four. So it was Iowa. South Carolina came in as the favorite. LSU came in, and then it was Virginia Tech. And then Iowa had beat South Carolina. But when I was there at that the practice before they had the Final Four, she was like a rock star. All these kids were there trying to sign autographs from me. It was that was a superstar. I mean, like Dion.
Yeah,
okay,
just got aura around you.
Yes, she was like prime. You know, it was like there was coaches, then it was Don Staley. So anyway, they're coming to town here. So
it's for somebody like you that has covered the sport. Obviously, you knew Dawn Staley when she was a player.
Dude, I was a Don Staley fan. I was at Virginia.
Yeah, Virginia.
See, you too young.
Yeah, I don't remember her being. She was in the league. She was in WNBA.
She was in WNBA, but this was before she was in college. The WNBA hadn't been invented.
They had to do overseas.
I got you.
So she was a 2-guard at Virginia. Tammy Hollywood Reese was the point guard. Then they had the 2 Burgess twins, Heidi and Heather Burge, and man, they were good. They played championship game. I think they lost to Stanford, somebody else. Anyway, but I have been a fan of hers for a long time, and she was at Temple, and then Eric Hyman, who used to be the AD at TCU, then went to South Carolina. He ended up going to Temple and convincing Dawn to come down and coach South Carolina, but he said she was hard to get to know. So she, hard.
Had that wall up.
Had the wall up, but he said he went up there to Philadelphia, spent time with her, and you talk about one of the great hires that anybody's ever made. I mean, Eric Hyman hired Gary Patterson, is the football coach, going to the Hall of Fame. Don Staley is the basketball coach, got a Hall of Fame career already there with 2 national championships. But she's coming to town, man. So it's going to be.
Let's watch.
It's going to be packed.
I think it's kind of crazy when you have those players that were great in their position when they played that are now great coaches as well. I mean, that's such a. I think obviously the game is so nuanced between just who you are as a player, but even trying to build culture and relationships within the locker room. When you see a coach being able to transcend and be that on and off, of the field, I think that's tough. But also that's something really kind of major, something to attribute to them as a person when you can translate that both of those.
Yeah, that's
great
tough,
player
man.
and great coach.
Yeah,
How do you see about Deion right now?
That's the thing. I think as far as Deion is concerned, you know how great he was as a player. I mean, he was generational as a player, but as a coach, his ability to get these young men not only to come in, buy into the program, his culture is different than the culture in Georgia.
Yeah.
Okay?
That's right.
But then young men are coming in and they are you're not reading, if you could see anything in the paper that says Colorado players, this and that, Colorado, you're not reading that. They're not talking about that either. But the ability to get that culture, get everybody to buy in, get these guys to understand how the NIL works for them, get them to understand what it's going to be and where you fit at the next level. If you could go to the NFL, because he knows he already has the groundwork. And look, what he says, I have a gold jacket I didn't pay for. Yeah, right? The man is a Hall of Famer, but also as a coach, his ability to lay the groundwork for that, him and Coach Staley. That's what I'm saying. Like, guys that can do that, man, that's something very special. Because nowadays, the players that they are dealing with as coaches are different than the players that they were when they played. Massively different because they had to do everything from the dirt. Right? They didn't have all this stars and projections and all those things. They get to do it just because obviously that's the sport they love. They were the best where they were. But now as coaches, after all, I mean, I think that's phenomenal.
What it speaks to, I've read this book by Adam Grant called Think Again and Hidden Potential, a really great author. But he talks about the challenge for people who are brilliant to be able to become teachers, to teach it to people. Yeah. And for instance, Magic Johnson could not coach. Magic could see things that other people just can't see because he's Magic. They talk about Wayne Gretzky, that somehow they checked out his vision. Like you see here, Wayne Gretzky's vision went to like there, that he literally could see things other people could not see when they checked out his vision. And so for Deion right now to be able to be this next level player, Hall of Fame player, and then be able to teach it. That's hard. Same thing with Don said. A lot of people can't do it. Usually it's the other way around. You see somebody who is an okay player who had to really study when you talk about the fundamentals and techniques, then they could go out and teach it. Jerry Sloan was an NBA player, good player, but great coach.
Yeah, better coach.
Rick Carlisle, NBA player, wasn't great. They show on The Last Dance getting abused by Michael Jordan. Remember when they started playing that LL Cool J band, and you just see it was the game
like that, dog.
It was hilarious because Jordan went golfing with Danny Ainge on an off day, and he said, I was leaving the golf course. Said, oh yeah, by the way, tell your boy DJ I got something for him tomorrow. Dennis Johnson. And it bird to I guarded him. Dennis Johnson guarded him. They show Carlisle guarded him, and Carlisle he just like threw his hands up as Jordan went in, and then the announcer, look, Rick Carlisle, he wants his mommy.
Oh, can't live that down.
Can't live that down. Man.
They gotta edit that, man.
So he was coaching here at the time. Nobody said nothing to him.
No.
And man, we saw you on that.
Ain't nobody want to say that.
And then Jordan, Rick Carlisle played at Virginia, so Jordan been getting on him for years.
He owned
giving him buckets.
Right.
Owned him.
Come on, get this work. You know me.
ACC work every day.
Everybody already. Carlisle. And so. But Rick could teach. Yeah. He's a great coach. Yeah, that's true. He's a great coach. So that's a hard thing to do. And
look at Jordan. He was the greatest to ever do it. But as a GM,
he couldn't.
It was tough.
I think Jordan is caught up in that same paradigm. He can't pick players, and also he has a massive personality that even his players can't get in the same room with. Yeah. What can you say to Michael Jordan? You don't know what you're talking about? You know what I mean? What are you talking? What are you saying? You can't throw that line out there with Michael Jordan in the room. What do you mean?
He
Do it
told,
my way, Jordan.
Yeah. What?
He killed poor Kwame Brown. He took Kwame Brown over and just abused him mentally and just like that. That's it. When you watch The Last Dance, at the end of episode 7 is epic because Will Perdue makes no bones about how much he didn't like Michael Jordan. And Jordan getting on him. Because Jordan used to say to him, man, he called him Will Vanderbilt. Because he played in Vanderbilt. He said, you weren't good enough to be named after Big Ten school. And then they asked B.J. Armstrong.
That'll just hit you in the rib
And B.J. Armstrong, was he a nice guy?
Nah.
He couldn't have been a nice guy to play at that level. So Michael goes through the whole thing of, hey, man, I played the game at a certain standard. And all my teammates came after me. And you had to play to that. And he said, sometimes I had to drag people. Said I had to get somebody's. Then I got somebody's.
Yeah.
But you ask anybody, Michael Jordan never asked you to do anything that he didn't do himself.
Right. Yeah. And that's the difference.
Yeah. And it's tremendous. I'm telling you, and he cries at the end. You see him tear up at the end. He's like, you want to play that way? Don't play that way. And then he said, cut. No, he said break.
Yeah.
And then he was just that adamant about one. But he, as a general manager, he was too hard on guys. He hired too many friends. That's the other problem. People getting hiring buddies and friends like Rod Higgins to go run. Just didn't work out, man.
Can't do it, player.
I grew up a Hornets fan, and when he took over the Hornets, man, it was hard. Adam Morrison.
I forgot about
what we doing with that? Then he took another dude, man, another white guy. Like, man, what's that guy? I mean, he can't play. I mean, Georgia's that guy could play. They just could not play.
Well, he was trying to get on a European wave. A lot of people got it. The Mavericks figured it out. The Mavericks figured it out.
He can't take everybody from
He cannot. Czech Republic, he can shoot a 3. Bring him.
Everybody wasn't that dude, He should have learned from Tony Kukoc. Everybody ain't that dude over there, man. Everybody not that dude. All right, we
were on Joe Burrow.
Yes, we're on Joe Burrow here.
Joe Beasley?
He got 3,000 yards, man. 3,000 yards, 30 touchdowns, 5 interceptions.
With a bad offensive line. With a bad offensive line. And they're getting killed each week.
He getting smacked up. He is.
I mean, they're 4-8. They had Ocho Cinco on with Shannon Sharp crying. They're crying about the Bengals.
No, I don't think he was crying about that. That man was mad hurt. There was something else going on.
Something else going behind doors?
Something else going on with that situation.
Shannon was like, no, Ocho. You said the Bengals was going to be good. They not good.
The list?
And there you got Ocho and they cry.
Like
you wiping your tears. I'm like, oh, this man, talk about the hopium. This man done drank some hopium up there, and he finally realized off of it, and he hurting.
That's got to be hard for Cincinnati Bengals fans to watch this team, knowing that you got one of the best quarterbacks in the league, and your team is underachieving like this. You sent out the power rankings. You saw the power rankings with Cincinnati. Come on. This isn't where you expect a team with a generational quarterback, a guy like Joe Burrow that's literally raising these guys to a level each and every week, and they're still massively underachieving in that division, which is one of the worst divisions, which is one of the toughest divisions in football.
It is.
So your point being, and this has been my issue with Cincinnati, I've never believed in the coach Zach Taylor. Even though he took him to a Super Bowl, I don't believe in them. Also, I don't believe in the construction of the football team. I've got a quarterback who went to Kansas City and won an AFC championship game. And since that time, they've not improved the offensive line.
Boy, getting smacked.
I mean, with all due respect, we watched the Cowboys cut Lel Collins, and then he ended up starting in the first game. First game against Pittsburgh. J.J. Watt. Spinning around, turn around.
Look out!
Sorry.
Duck.
They done got him.
And they just keep like, where's the offensive line at, man?
Yeah, that's bad.
They taking dudes at the Cowboys. Nah, we good. He go start. Right. Joe starter. Like, oh gosh. So I don't get that. So protect this man.
Yeah, that's
then they got Jamar Chase, one of the best leagues. They try not to pay him.
That's crazy.
They literally told this man they are not going to negotiate the contract,
which is nuts.
That's nuts. Didn't care that he was sitting out. Didn't care. Hey, we are not.
We stand on business.
No.
They 10 toes down.
That's we stand on business. You know how we operate.
We
stand on business.
And had other Bengals players in the media going, "Don't do it. Just don't do it. He's not going to pay you. You'll sit out all season. Just imagine. You would sit out. Bail. They will sit you out all season. And a lot of times it be these players, we fight for them or we get, ticked off at them when they sit out and do certain things. But at the end of the day, when you see some of these injuries, you're like, man, I'm glad that dude sat out and got his coin. And here it is right now. Jamar Chase, obviously one of the best wide receivers in the league. Just unguardable. On a lot of fronts. And him and Joe Burrow, I mean, they're trying to take this on all by themselves. And
can't do it.
You can't do it. That's the one thing about that organization to me that really has thrown me off over the years. And that's why I feel like in this game, the Cowboys have a challenge with a team that really they're down in the dumps because the players on that team got to know the same thing.
Yeah, they know what it is. You ain't protecting the quarterback.
They got to protect. That's one of the biggest. And so I do think if they got to, I don't think they keep Zach Taylor.
There's no way.
Go get a better head coach. And find someone who can go, like the coach who can go to management and say, we must address this offensive line. We must, one, pay Chase, two, protect Joe Burrow, and then run some better concepts out there to help
some
them
defensive help, too, because that defense is atrocious.
I've always asked, where does Zach come from?
Was he a Shanahan guy?
I don't know.
He was the quarterback coach for Sean McVay. Never called a play. Didn't call no plays.
Where'd he come from?
No.
Yeah. He was a former quarterback in the league. I think he played at Akron.
Wait, he was in the league?
He played 1 year in the league.
Yeah. Like for the Dolphins or somebody, but yeah.
He played for 2 teams in 1 year. I believe it was.
Yeah,
something crazy.
I mean, look, Kevin O'Connell, he wasn't exactly. I mean, he played for the Patriots a couple of man. You can do that.
You can do
that profile for quarterbacks can do that.
I think he went to Nebraska. I don't know. I'm guessing him, but either way.
Maybe he went to. I don't know. I thought he went to the back. So.
Did he?
I don't know. We'll find out.
Either way, I'm asking the question: where did he come from? I mean, how did this happen? Because all of a sudden he emerges as a head coach, and this is one of those guys that really, if you think about him flying under the radar with his job, before Joe Burrow got there, it was already murmurs and talks of this guy may be, over his skis in this whole situation. Like play calling was time of, all of those things where people were like, look, man, something's going on with this guy. And then all of a sudden, you get Joe Burrow, and it's like
he stood next to Sean McVay, and you. That was it.
You fit the description.
Yep, it did. Barry got people coming after me on Twitter.
Yo, you did it to yourself.
You did that.
You actually did this to yourself. No.
We're gonna talk about that.
You did that to yourself.
We're gonna talk about that next. Barry Church, Hek'ma Harris, and Newy. This is the Players Lounge, brought to you by Aristocrat Gaming on DallasCowboys.com.
Hey there, Cowboys Nation. Kyle Yeomans here, sharing that same team that brought you Buffalo, bringing NFL casino games that show America's team on and off the reels. Aristocrat is changing the game with a new experience. Football fans, this means you can pick your team and play your team. Check out the Cowboys-themed casino games developed by Aristocrat, a proud sponsor of the Dallas Cowboys. Gambling problem? Please contact the U.S. National Problem Gambling Helpline at 1-800-GAMBLER. That's 1-800-GAMBLER for 21 and over.
Hey Cowboy fans, I'm Dak Prescott, quarterback of the Dallas Cowboys. But lately, I've been learning a new game, crypto. Sound confusing? Don't worry, even us pros were rookies in crypto once. That's why I trust blockchain.com. They make crypto easy. No confusing jargon, just the tools to help you win.
Prescott keeps it, slides with a first down.
Invest like your icons, where everyone is a rookie in crypto with blockchain.com.
Perfect throw, my goodness. Wow, did he ever thread the needle.
Visit blockchain.com/Cowboys to get started.
It's the official men's skincare brand of the Dallas Cowboys, Jack Black. And right now, Cowboys fans can get 15% off their $75 order. Plus, because every deal needs a playmaker, your order will include a free 5-piece skincare set and free shipping. The Jack Black Playmaker is 4 of Jack's favorites and a full-sized intense therapy lip balm. Make a play for the Playmaker at getjackblack.com/Cowboys with the code CowboysVIP. That's getjackblack.com/Cowboys with the code CowboysVIP.
Are you the 2024 Dallas Cowboys Fan of the Year? The Dallas Cowboys and Captain Morgan are celebrating extraordinary, inspiring, and original fans. Nominate yourself or the biggest Cowboys fan you know for a chance to be named the 2024 Fan of the Year and win prizes, including a trip to Super Bowl 59. Visit DallasCowboys.com/Fan of the Year. Go Cowboys! Back to the Players Lounge.
'Tis the season for youth football and dance camps presented by Invisalign. Don't miss your chance to learn from the Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders at dance camps on December 27th and former NFL players at football camps on December 23rd and 27th. Celebrate the holidays with the Cowboys. Register today at dallascowboys.com/camps. Santa at the Star.
Thank you, Hek'ma Harrison. You are in the Players Lounge, brought to you by Aristocrat Gaming. Hek'ma Harrison, Barry Church, former Cowboy safety. I am Newy Scruggs. Also, follow the show. Go on Twitter. We are at Players Lounge. Players_lounge. So check us out over there. We appreciate the feedback we've been getting here on social media.
Talk about it. Why was they coming at you like that?
Hey man, because I put it out. I put the word out. I put the word out there about you all loving up on Kellen Moore.
It's my guy, man.
That's
my guy.
I want somebody to believe in me. Like Barry Church believes.
I believe in you, Heck.
In Kellen Moore.
I believe
Do
in
you
you,
understand
And
me?
Garrett Gilbert.
You know what I'm saying? But
Double
I'm just
G.
saying,
And Justin Herbert.
this dude don't let go.
Justin Herb.
Now I think Danny Dimes let go of himself.
Yeah, no,
Danny
Dimes.
Danny took himself off the hook.
He figured that. He figured that.
You go on D-Dimes. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
He got off that narcotic.
You talking about Hopium. Man. That was some
Real
That was the blue magic. All right, that was pack of y'all was crazy.
Got a bad batch, boy. He got a bad batch over there.
That pack of y'all was crazy. But yeah, man,
So I put out the tweet promoting the show, and I said, as usual, Barry Church got on his soapbox for Kellen Moore.
He did it.
I just don't feel the same way about the Eagles OC. Pretty easy to call plays when you have a potential MVP at running back.
disrespect.
Watch the pod.
It's just
Then somebody, B Weezy. Kellen can flat out coach. Ask Dak.
B Weezy. He understands.
I responded to B
B
Weezy.
Weezy understands.
I
Man.
said Dak led the NFL in interceptions his last season with Kellen. He led the NFL in touchdown passes his first year with Mike McCarthy, calling plays. Then I got the gif when the brother snaps his head. Like, think about it.
Think about it. Think about it.
And then Ray, she come at me. She says, was that because Kellen called too many of the bounce off Noah Brown's hands plays?
Damn, no one catching this straight.
Damn.
Hey, he ain't got his ticket, man.
So I responded to Ray. I got my man Noah catching the Hail Mary for Washington.
You got some gifts. I will give you that. My man, stay with the gifts, man.
And then B Weezy gonna say, stop it. He was also racking up the interceptions this year. Now, I didn't respond to B Weezy that time because I want to come out there and have to talk about the offensive line issues and it's CD and the maybes at the receiving core.
Yeah.
And
You ain't want to put facts to it.
right. And the running back room being a shell of what it used to be.
Man.
So I didn't want to say all that. I didn't want to, you know.
That's crazy though, dude.
But people, man, there's been a bunch of little responses, so appreciate it there. And yeah, man. But
K Moore, I mean, he's doing his thing though. He's doing his thing up there. You got the number what? They got to be top 5 offense in the league
Of
right
course.
now. I mean,
Running game,
running game,
so
top
what is
5, passing attack.
Right.
Hurts is doing this thing. I mean,
so let's make sure we understand. One of the things that McCarthy did mention with Kellen Moore is, hey, man, I've been in this spot. You know, you want to, you're OC, you calling plays, you want to put up points. Mike kept talking about complementary football, which meant underlining running.
Run the ball.
Protect the defense. Okay? So Kellen, the joystick leaves here, goes out the charger.
he did.
What the joystick do? Fire! Everybody fired. So now he's in Philadelphia. What's he doing? He's doing what Mike McCarthy told him to do. Run the ball.
He's coachable.
He's running the ball.
He's coachable.
Well, because
That's how the great ones get better.
Howie Roseman, the GM,
They
you gonna
coachable,
run his,
man.
Howie Roseman, GM, you gonna run his ball.
Now you see
run the ball.
See now you
Yeah, funny, man.
Dude,
y'all-
Howie Roseman, if I had to ride you like Zorro, you gonna run that ball.
You know what?
You gonna run it.
This is wild.
Sirianni in there shaking his head like,
This is wild.
Run the
'cause
ball.
We didn't hear any of this back in April, back in June. When I was saying,
I didn't have to.
When I was saying, Kellen Moore gonna go to the Eagles and they're gonna fly high. I mean, CB can bring up the tape.
Oh, yeah.
Heck, but you was there. I told him. I was like, look, this is exactly what's gonna happen. Y'all knew who he had out there. AJ Brown, Hurts, Saquon was a part of the bunch. I ain't hear none of this. Anybody could do it. Run right, run left. I ain't hear any of that. Now all of a sudden, when he's doing his thing, it's anybody could do it.
Kellen Moore could have been coaching the Bears and he was gonna be on it.
Oh yeah, Kellen Moore. And the Bears would have been better than they were this year.
Wherever you were, you on the joystick. You on the joystick
But what has
wherever
happened?
you go, man.
But what has happened? Are they not one of the best teams in the league?
They are.
Best offenses in the league.
They are. And I listen.
You didn't say that in the offseason, though. What was you saying in the offseason?
Hey, man.
Even when they had Saquon.
After I found out, talked to my sources in Philly, that Howie Roseman told a joystick he gonna run this ball.
What do you? If Kellen Moore had an autobiography right now, he wrote his book. What should he name it? Saquon 30%.
There it is.
He should say, wait a minute. Look at 26 goals.
He gonna name it. Do what you got to do to win.
Do what you got to do to win.
That's what it's gonna be on there.
No, it's gonna be the old Ron Washington line. Do what the game asks you to do. Howie said, run it.
You can do what they did here.
The name of the book is How Do I Take Credit for This?
You can do what they did here.
Mike was right.
Hey, Mike was right.
Mike was
Was
right.
Mike right when Cooper Rush was quarterback?
right.
And threw it 55
Mike was
times?
right.
That was your bad, right?
Hey, man, it's
I'm
different
just
circumstances.
saying,
Ain't got no line, got no run
The
game,
thing is,
receivers.
the excuses keep
after
piling
reasons.
up.
These are
a year
reasons.
like this from Saquon Barkley, after a year like this, I mean, his two favorite plays is Saquon left, Saquon right.
Touchdown.
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 I'm not going to get it.
Left, right. Saquon,
I'm not gonna get it.
Saquon out the backfield.
Touchdown,
Okay, Saquon out the
It's a
backfield.
touchdown. Is it a
Then
touchdown?
tush push them.
It's a
Four
touchdown.
plays.
Would you rather be making up
Saquon
crazy
jump-
plays and losing?
We're going to give
Or
Saquon out
doing
here.
what you got to do to win?
Saquon jumping over
What-
people
what
like the
would you
Matrix.
rather
We
do?
give him Kellen More credit.
I would
And they're winning.
rather
And
what
they're
Kellen
winning.
Moore is doing right now.
And they're winning. Would you rather that? Or what we here now? What's the squad right here? We 5 and what's Cowboys?
5 and 7.
What would you rather be, man?
Hey, look, so somebody's
would you rather
somebody's gonna
be?
go out there and mess up, make him head coach. He'll be.
I ain't say all that. I ain't say all that.
Be out here like Coach Soul.
But that's where it's going.
Go be
I
like
ain't
Coach
say all
Soul.
that.
That's where it's
Some
going.
guys are coordinators. I ain't saying
That's
that.
where it's going.
Yeah, they
Those
can have that.
Those are the rumblings and whispers.
I mean,
I ain't saying all that.
If Coach Soul and Zach Taylor and Kevin
I would-
O'Connell can get
Kellen don't do
jobs,
it.
Kellen Moore can get a job in
Kellen,
this league. They're hiring
Listen
people
to
like
me,
that.
Kellen. Don't do it, man. Just you got a lane right now.
From
Stay
the
right there
outhouse to the penthouse.
Stay right there, man. You don't want it. You don't want that because it's a different animal.
And so,
Leader
wait
of
a
men
minute.
is different than
So wait a
college
minute.
plays.
So his genius has limitations then.
I've always said he is not a leader. Always. You Chris
Ain't no Rich beside
I've
you.
always said, hey man, you got your coordinator, you doing your thing.
Okay.
Don't.
The plot thickens.
I've always said.
So you don't.
Because I was in the locker room with my guy. Like I was there.
Sometimes
You know, he was-
you don't know everything about everybody.
You know, and I
Maybe
see it,
those
I'm
secrets
like-
won't get out.
And I'm like,
You couldn't follow that.
you know, I was in the locker room when he was a starting
It's a
quarterback.
different kind of
And
cat.
it's
That's what we was just talking
rally the
about.
troops
Good-
guys and guys like, you know,
All right, James Johnson just hit us up on Twitter.
I was there, man.
Your boy James just hit up on Twitter. Says,
Oh,
I think growth can happen, but I don't know how much of a leader of men our guy is. But he can dial up a few Madden plays.
That's what I'm. That's I'm there.
There you go.
Stay in your lane, Kellen.
There
Like
you
I will support you. You know what I mean? I'll be like, yo, you could do it, but
Only up to okay. I mean, but the next step for him after this is him becoming the head coach.
and that's when I'm gonna be at the train station.
I mean, I was just
All
talking
right,
about
player.
Cliff Kingsbury. Cliff Kingsbury, you starting to hear the rumbles about? Come on, just
man.
There's another
Hey,
mistake.
guys.
I wouldn't
Another
do it. He's
one.
where he
Guys,
need to be.
because he ain't a guy
He's
that
right
can.
there.
He ain't a guy that can.
fellas.
We've seen it. We've seen the Cliff King.
This is where it's going. I mean, you're looking at the end of the year, maybe 6-7 teams that are going to be looking for head coaches, just right out the bat.
He gonna be on the top. He gonna be, one of them guys. But if I was him, he got a good lane right now. Stay in that lane.
MVP, possibly. I mean, come on, man. Think about
They
it.
gonna get him.
If
But I'm gonna be like,
he gonna go.
because as soon as you've been in the locker rooms when things don't go right. Things get ugly in there quick, and you gotta have a guy that's in there that can control all that.
Look at Chicago.
Yeah,
Chicago.
players starting to talk. You know what it is.
They revolted after that Thanksgiving Day game.
I mean, but if you go to a situation like, come on, where you have a bona fide quarterback and you can bring in a running back. I mean, there's a situation where
How'd that work out for Kellen last year with the Chargers?
it didn't work out. It didn't work out.
You see how they went
Had
after
a running
Staley.
back, had a quarterback.
If you see how they went out with Staley.
Had receivers.
Yeah.
You see how they went out with Staley, man.
How's it different this year? Saquon.
Left,
My
right,
bad.
out the backfield.
My bad.
Go
My bad.
left.
Bringing up old stuff.
And
Bringing up old stuff.
Go in.
And they got a defense.
Out.
And they got a defense, man. That's
Off
it.
the
That's it. That is
It's
a
all
lot.
right there for
It's
him.
all. It's all.
Bring
on,
up
man.
old stuff.
You know what, man? This is like what Kellen Moore is doing is the equivalent when I went to the New Orleans School of Cooking. All the food was right there. All you had to do was they already chopped up the
Then you
veggies.
just go ahead and
All
do
you
it.
had to do was just put it in, mix it. You can't mix it up.
Hey, man.
It's all right there for him. Ain't that hard?
And they still give the chef the award, right?
You know what?
That's it. Even though he has all the tools and chickens and
you know what?
fixins.
And so
Man, your dish was great.
So
You win.
So I followed all the instructions. It was me and all these other people. People were looking at me. They're like, "Are you a chef or something?" I'm like, "No, just follow the instructions." It was pretty easy. But
What
people
happened?
thought I was a chef. They thought I was some big time chef,
could-
and that's what you got with Kellen Moore.
Man,
You out here
you-
thinking he's some chef. He ain't no chef.
He's still gonna
He
win,
just
right?
followed instructions. How he said, do
What's
this.
the end result?
How he gave you all the
What, you
ingredients.
still what's the end result? Were you a top chef? You could have been like, yeah, that's my dish.
Yeah.
That's what
was
Kellen's
you.
doing.
That was
That's
you.
me.
joystick.
Yeah.
He ain't passing.
How do I take credit
All
for
that
this?
matters is
Joystick.
what's the end result? That's
it.
Is that it? Is
That's
that
all
what
that
football
matters.
is? Or are we talking about what happens in between? We talking about the end. That's all we talking about.
I just look, man. Your belief in Kellen Moore
It's
is
the end result.
incredible.
It's drunk.
It's
the end result.
Sure, your wife jealous. Mrs. Church is jealous.
It's the end result, man. That's the end result, bro.
Miss Church jealous.
Like, that
I
man.
get love like that.
You could be like that, or you could be 5-7.
You could be
you could
I
be
can't.
drunk off 9-2 or 10-2. My bad, Kelly. Drunk off
I hope
10-2. My bad.
You're glad your wife don't watch
Or you
this
could be
podcast. You
sober
don't talk
and
about me like
5-7.
that.
Which you want? 5-7 or 10-2?
Oh my God. I want to be 10-2.
Playoffs or Cancun.
You win. You win, Bear. You win,
you
Bear.
want?
When we come back,
You get the fixins too.
You win, Bear. I can't.
Cranberry sauce, all that.
He dig in and
Who
won't let go.
got the dish? Who got? Oh, that man got the dish. He on time. He got the dish, man.
Who brought the potato salad?
Who brought it? You know, I worked hard on this
Kellen-
potato
Kellen-
salad. I worked hard. Nah, but he brought it though.
Kellen brought that stovetop. He brought that stovetop dressing. That's what Kellen brought.
But did it win?
He
though?
put, he put some pepper on it. He sprinkled some pepper on it. That much was good.
That
Where'd
Bear
you get
got
that? Oh, I made that myself. Oh, damn, this is good. Let me put some. That's good, man. They ain't see the receipt in the garbage can. They ain't see it.
Trying to say you made biscuits and they look just like the ones from churches. We know.
Hey, you put some butter on them, baby.
Trying to bring him out the oven. It's made easy.
Oven cold too.
When we come back,
Did it win? though?
someone in the media asked a question about Brock Hoffman. Should he keep his job if and when Zach Martin becomes healthy? Let's dive into it next
Here we
with
go
Barry
again.
Church. Hek'ma
Here we
Harris
go
on Newy
again.
Scruggs. This is a Player Signs brought to you by
Here we go.
Aristocrat Gaming on DallasCowboys.com.
I don't know.
Hey, Danny McCray here for Smoothie King. You know every great workout deserves a great reward. So treat yourself right with new coconut smoothie bowls. Made with real fruit, crunchy, purely Elizabeth granola, creamy coconut, and topped with the chocolate hazelnut or honey drizzle. With 2 new flavors, it's perfect for you and the workout buddy. So you both can stay on track even after you leave the track. Scoop up new coconut smoothie bowls only at Smoothie King, the official smoothie of the Dallas Cowboys.
Hey y'all, Matt Pittman of Meat Church here. With football season kicking off, I'm already gearing up to bring the smoker back to AT&T Stadium for some epic tailgates. But with that Texas heat, it's crucial to keep my beer hand cramping cold. That's where Yeti's insulated Colster can cooler comes in clutch. This year, you can even get them with the iconic star engraved on the side. Licensed Yeti Cowboys gear is now available at Stadium Pro Shops, concessions, and on Yeti.com. Check it out today. Yeti, official cooler and drinkware of the Dallas Cowboys.
To kick off the 2024 NFL season, Boss teamed up with the Cowboys and Micah Parsons to launch an iconic apparel collection. The Boss Cowboys collection unites football and fashion while reflecting what it truly means to be a boss. Arriving just in time for the start of the season, the distinctive attire from the latest Boss Cowboys expansion offers sports aficionados and true bosses the chance to show their team spirit and style. Get yours today at nflshop.com/HugoBoss, HugoBoss.com, and Boss retail stores. # be your own boss.
Raising Cane's presents the other rules of football. Rule 1. Any broadcast without the express edition of cook-to-order Cane's chicken fingers is prohibited. Rule 12. No crinkle-cut fries, Texas toast, or craveable Cane sauce constitutes an illegal formation. And Rule 31, anybody who loves to feed their game face is an eligible receiver of Cane's. When it comes to winning game day, Cane's rules. Raising Cane's chicken fingers. One love. Go Cowboys.
Back to the Players Lounge.
Cowboy Nation, Amanda Foster has been named your 2024 Dallas Cowboy Fan of the Year, presented by Captain Morgan for her dedication to the team and spicing up the game. Vote for Amanda to be named the ultimate NFL Fan of the Year at NFL.com/Fan of the Year.
Hek'ma Harrison, thank you very much.
Oh, man.
You are in the Players Lounge, brought to you by Aristocrat Gaming.
L Boogie.
Okay, so
He got a chance, man. He got a chance.
That book don't work with sometimes. That book don't work. Sometimes the book malfunctions.
They flip that thing, man. Let me go ahead and go through this.
offensive line prevented it happening this year. But
you ain't hear the pages flapping back?
I didn't make this.
so Pro Bowl voting is in right now. The current Pro Bowl.
I go.
They got Kyle Juszczyk won, which is no surprise. My man Hunter Lemke is at number 6, so it's not going to happen.
There's that many fullbacks in the league.
They got a list of 10, 9. They only got 9. They ain't got 10. They got 9 on here. So Hunter Lemke, the Cowboys, is 6, man. You know, I said, man, Juszczyk get hurt. They used my man right, but it was all a dream. So it's not happening, man. It's not happening. Then Mike ain't putting him in good positions.
So
got the man.
We got to keep a second set of books, man.
Well, I was wrong.
We got to see, because it's times like these.
Sleeper.
Me and you don't have our book. We don't have our books right. See, we got to cook these things.
You got a notebook right there.
Wait a minute.
You got a notebook right there.
But see, every time he want to go in his arsenal, all he do is
I didn't need to go in the book. I didn't need to go in the book. I just jumped on it for you right now. Okay, you want my blood? Take my blood. Take my blood.
How you flipping back?
Huh? I just admit it right now. I was wrong. I was wrong. But there's a lot wrong with this team. A lot wrong. Ain't no running back here can do nothing with this.
It's all good. It's all good.
Nobody run through his O-line.
We benching Zach and all, man.
We got left guard, left tackle holding, pre-snap penalties. Ain't no room for Hunter Lemke to get nothing. I can't get down with this. He can't get jiggy with this.
Got me sweating.
Yes, so no, it will not happen. But I admit, I was there. Man, take my blood. Y'all want my blood?
No.
Take it.
You good, Newy. You good.
Take
so
me.
when it come down to Brock Hoffman and Zach Warren.
So for some strange reason, this became a topic.
Yeah.
Became a topic in the media, and then someone asked Mike McCarthy about it.
Oh.
In the walk-off section yesterday. And like, well, you know, could Hoffman possibly, you know,
play
kick
well.
the job? And Mike said, Zach Martin, pretty good football player.
Yeah.
And he kind of laughed.
See?
What you mean? No. When Zach Martin is ready to come back, Brock Hoffman will go to the bench.
Yeah. I mean, I know that's what's going to happen.
That's what's going to happen.
We all know that's exactly what's going to happen.
Okay.
But, I mean, Hoffman has been playing well.
Yeah.
Granted, it was against the Giants, but you look at Washington, though.
Thank you.
Washington got a good front.
Look at Washington.
And that offensive line was doing its thing.
He was one of the main contributors.
He was like a thorn in the side.
Wait. You was about to fight somebody about Zach Martin not long ago.
I do remember that.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
That's ain't nothing.
Wait a minute. see how quickly you see how quickly, sir. You see how this is the Players Lounge.
And my Zach Martin's keeper.
And if you don't have thick skin, you can't be on this show.
You better not say.
I swear to God, I hate y'all.
Mama said, "Not you better not
to say nothing." Chris, get in here. Help. Chris, come on, man. Come on, get in.
Oh, man.
Hit the mute button on the show right about now, Chris.
Hey, what did you order the code right? They're talking about Zach Martin.
You can't say nothing. If you ain't been in the trenches,
So now we
you can't say
just
nothing.
was it 10 days, 2 weeks
No.
later? Now we
Listen,
ride
are y'all
with
gonna
Brock
let me-
Hoffman.
Hey, when the team win it though, damn all that.
Damn him. I don't know him. I don't know him.
Who is that guy?
Boy, you know what? Y'all not right.
So wait.
That ain't right. That ain't right. at all.
Are we going?
So y'all not right, boy.
My bad. Go ahead, man. Go ahead, man.
Y'all know y'all wrong. Y'all, first of all, y'all wrong right now. Y'all wrong because y'all know that's not what I was saying. Right? It's not what I was saying. You know what?
We back, man. We
You know
back,
what?
man.
So Brock Hoffman has been playing his tail off these last 2 weeks.
Yes,
okay?
sir.
And when it comes to Zach Martin, it is his decision on whether he should come back or not. All right? Yeah. If he's not healthy and he can't come back, give it another week. That's his decision. That's his.
But what if he's like, I'm ready?
Yeah, he plays.
Then he plays.
Hands down, he plays. I'm just saying, Zach Martin. Hey, Brock Hoffman's been playing his tail off.
He has.
And I'm giving him the kudos that he deserves because he stepped in and he's been a major contributor. When Zach Martin was in, man, he was hurt. The production of the offensive line as a whole was down.
Yeah,
it was down. I mean, he couldn't do it. He couldn't move. He couldn't extend. All of those things were bad. Brock Hoffman comes in and you see the difference. And I like what his coach said. I mean, pretty damn good player. And
which Hall of Fame, he gonna be in.
Look, I go with what my uncle says. Hey, you're not in until you're in. Talking about the Hall of Fame, all right.
Yeah,
and so he will be on the porch in Canton one of these days, all right. But all I'm saying is, right now, we've seen we wanted to have that depth, and we didn't know about Brock Hoffman. How many people could stand on the desk and say that Brock Hoffman would have done the job that he did? I damn sure didn't know. Right. I mean, we had looks at other guys like T.J. Bass, and we'd seen that he could come in and replace guys in spot duty. But being able to do what Brock Hoffman has done over these last couple of games, I mean, that's something to look forward to in the future. But right now, Zach Martin is healthy; he can play.
Yeah, and as much as I talk, if he's
y'all
healthy,
cold, though.
he gonna play. We all know he gonna play. It's just like, man, Hoffman was balling. Yeah. And this is eerie similar to what we've seen this organization do in the past. When it comes to making sure, guys of a certain stature don't play. I mean, we've all seen it. We've all seen those guys that are behind those guys wait for, maybe a little bit longer than they should have because you had maybe a Hall of Famer in front of him. And look, Zach Martin's a hell of a player. When healthy, I think he's still one of the top guards in the league. So if he's fully healthy, he can go out there, he's going to start, he's going to play. But, if he's a little hindered by, whatever injuries he may have still had from those games, then I wouldn't mind seeing Brock get another chance out there. But he's going to play. He's going to play.
And that's basically what Mike McCarthy ended up indicating here. So,
yeah, he's going to play, man.
So Tuesday, players off. Tomorrow, more preparations as they get ready for Cincinnati. It's a Monday night game. So Cowboys are off on Sunday. They play Cincinnati here on Monday as the Cowboys try to make it back-to-back wins at Jerry World.
Can I ask this question? When you came off of Thanksgiving and you had a Monday night game, how much was that? A ton of rest?
Yes.
Did that feel like a ton of rest?
Yes, because you basically get 2 full days. Like you get that Monday fully away and Tuesday fully away. Like usually when you play Sunday, you get Monday fully off, but then Tuesday, you kind of got to either come in here, watch film or something. You ain't not being at the facility, but have Thursday, that extra day.
So Thursday after the game, then that Friday, are you off that Friday?
Oh yeah, you talking about Thanksgiving? Yeah, you off completely.
You're off.
You done.
Okay, what about Saturday, Sunday?
Saturday, Sunday, you off, and you usually back on Monday.
Back on Monday.
Yeah, that's when you usually get back, but they ain't got that thing till next Monday. Yeah, they're gonna have some good time off, especially after you get a dub too. I mean, your spirits are high. Seeing the family back to back.
But what about the health? I'm asking that question about the health of the team dealing with the injuries that we have.
Oh, they should have some cats back. I mean, I don't. D-Law went down 3-4 weeks ago. He ain't.
Basically, what Mike said yesterday, he doesn't anticipate him.
Damn.
Still going to be in the rehab group, so he's still got a little bit of work left to do. So,
damn. So
guys like Diggs,
hopeful, they're hopeful on Diggs. So
Ferguson,
huge.
Ferguson, he believes he should be ready to go. There'll be enough time for it. So
Better get
back. Hurry up.
Better get back.
Get back. Get back.
Scooney's out there doing his thing. And then Michigan won over the weekend, too. So my man feeling real good.
What y'all thought? So y'all think it's that big of a deal when Cass plant the flag after you? I mean,
it is.
It's a big, man.
It's a big deal. It's a big, especially for Ohio State, Michigan.
Yeah.
That's a big deal. It's a big.
Was it like
it's
how
crazy.
it escalated to that point where teams was fighting? Like, where was that during the game?
No, it's. I think for the rivalry, for the communities, and the way that they build that up through the recruiting and everything, man, like that's a big moment. And for them to bring it, like that's like taking a knife and just right here, just sticking it to. I mean, some rivalries are different. Like when I was at Kansas State and we beat KU, the student section walked the goalpost from Lawrence to Manhattan.
Damn.
They walked. Google it. They walked the goalposts from Lawrence, Kansas to Manhattan.
That's crazy.
And when I saw the goalposts in Aggieville, I was like, oh, this is a real rivalry. I mean, some things just run deep, bro.
Yeah, that's some dedication. I'd leave that on the highway, bro. It's cold. Because this time of the year, it's cold up there, bro. It's cold up there this time of the year, so okay.
That's 4 straight for Michigan, ain't it?
Yeah.
Ooh.
And Urban Meyer never lost. He was 7-0.
Ooh.
So it's not good.
And they were supposed to stomp Michigan this go around.
Yeah. No, I worked up when I worked up there in Ohio. John Cooper could not beat Michigan. It ended up costing him his job eventually. Then Jim Tressel came in there and he was beating them. So this is a problem. And basically, if you're Ryan Day, you need to win the national championship so you make everybody shut up. If not, they could easily raise funds up there to replace him. The trick is, who do you get? That's always my thing. You can fire anybody all day long. Who do you go get? And in a job like that, you want somebody that understands it. I've heard Marcus Freeman's name for Chicago with the Bears, but Marcus Freeman's a former Ohio State linebacker.
Marcus Freeman, the coach for Notre Dame?
Yes, sir.
Damn. All right.
That's a better job.
No, I mean,
Ohio State, in my opinion, Ohio State is a better job than Notre Dame because you can get kids in. Tyrone Willingham would talk about, man, it was the hardest system. I'm recruiting the same kid that Michigan, Ohio State, and I can't get him in Notre Dame. Yeah. And they're sitting there taking the guys. And, they just, what was it, a couple $100 million or whatever they spent? $20 million on the roster, whatever, for the players this year?
Ohio State did have that crazy.
They got bread, man. They got bread.
I guess I said that because his reputation must be really good to be mentioned in those same circles with those jobs. I mean, they're mentioning him with NFL jobs and the Ohio State job. That's respect.
Leader of men, sir.
Yeah,
man, that's crazy.
The joystick ain't got that, but hey, that's a conversation for another day.
My bad.
Hek'ma Harrison, I appreciate it.
Wait, did he just get smacked by Northern Illinois? Man, that's crazy. Season go up, man.
Everybody got a bad loss this year.
It's wow.
Everybody got a bad loss this year, man.
That's true. Except for Oregon.
Okay, Oregon.
Yeah, they balling.
You ready to put your money on them to take the whole thing?
They pretty good.
Put it on them?
I put, yeah. They pretty good, man.
Be interesting. Interesting. These playoffs are going to be wild, man.
They are.
It's going to be like the NCAA tournament. You're going to sit around and see some upset. Like, how did that happen? Because it's the playoffs. People go out there balling. So it's going to be fun. This is going to be a fun
Just get my guy from
season.
Texas to Heisman. What's my guy? What's the running back's name for Boise State?
Ashton
Get him to Heisman.
Ashton Genty over Travis Hunter?
100%, man.
Okay, Barry Church has spoken.
100%.
Barry Church is right.
Y'all don't think
Hek'ma's not agreeing with you right now.
You don't think he should get the Heisman?
Over Travis Hunter? I mean, we've seen what Travis has been doing on both sides of the ball. That's
Is it a snap count?
Wow. That's
Y'all go. Wow. Whoa.
Hey, I didn't side either way. I just both. We're out of time. Barry Church, thank you. Hek'ma Harrison, thank you. Chris, Jazz, Josh, everybody's been a part of it. Player Signs will come at you tomorrow, 2 p.m. Central Time, right here on Dallas Cowboys.
Texas Zone. That's how.
This has been a production of DallasCowboys.com and the Dallas Cowboys Football Club.
How about this, Cowboys? Yeah!